Hey guys, welcome to AlphaStreet Interviews once again. This is Arjun Vijay, and today we have with us Darcy Taylor, CEO of Leaf Mobile. Hey Darcy, good to have you here.
Hey, good morning, Arjun. How are you?
Good morning, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So just a couple of questions, Darcy. First, I would like to start with your views on a very generic question. How do you see the future of mobile gaming revenues? Is it primarily going to be from advertisements, or is it more going to be skewed towards in-app purchases and paid games? And how are you playing the space?
Oh, so, yeah, a good question. I think it's going to be a mix uh, of a bunch of those payment methods, primarily depending on the type of games that you're in. I mean, if we look at our games, we are predominantly in-app purchases with some advertising revenue that makes up, let's say, roughly 20 to 30% of our revenue within our games. And we see that sort of as a comfortable balance that ensures that the gameplay is still engaging for our consumers or players without over-indexing ad and deteriorating or eroding the player experience.
All right, cool. And coming to your technology platform, IdleKit, that sounds really interesting. What does it offer to developers, and how does it generate revenues for you?
Yeah, so I think the easiest way to explain the IdleKit platform is it allows developers on the platform to build games faster, faster, cheaper, with a higher propensity of success or monetization at the end due to its proven model. We make revenue off it or make fees from our IdleKit platform through developers on a SaaS-based licensing model. Plus, we participate on the upside of the gross economics on the success of the games, depending on where we participate. If we're publishing on their behalf, obviously we have a larger back end. If we're bringing IP to the table and supporting on co-developing, obviously bigger on the gross economic side. But it depends on the developer that we're working with and our sort of comfort level with them and their experience.
And I understand you have some recurring revenues from Idle platform, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, if we look at games on the platform right now, I think we are close to 8 games operating on the IdleKit platform that's within our company or within our group, as well as third-party developers. And it's, how would I say, it's a margin sweetener for us as far as our business. And more importantly, it provides a very strong or proven game platform or game framework for those developers to utilize so that they are successful with their game launches.
All right, terrific. Tell us a bit about the recent deal with Truly Social Games. How is that expected to benefit Leaf Mobile?
Yeah, so we've worked with Truly Social for several years. They were the co-developer on the Archer game. So we've gotten to know not only the management team, but also their lead developers, or IT group, understanding how they work as far as their thinking on a cultural or game player basis. And after that sort of relationship through the development period, we thought they would be a good fit within the Leaf group, enabling them to sort of basically enabling them to sort of fulfill their vision of where they wanted to take the company by us providing sort of resources as well as centers of excellence that sort of round out their team. And so far, it's been moving very well. Obviously, I highlighted that we've worked with them in the past, so there's no teething or no onboarding slowness. So it's progressing as we expected, and is allowing us to further scale and develop more games within the group.
Terrific. Just a follow-up question there. When it comes to future acquisitions and partnerships, what kind of firms are you looking at, and how do you expect to actually fund these acquisitions?
Yeah, so we I'd say, are quite active in the space, looking at multiple potential partners globally at the moment for M&A. Our main driver, or what we feel is our incubator or first place that we look at for potential new M&A, is within our IdleKit partner ecosystem. We feel that is a very robust way to get to know partners and to understand if there's a fit or a need for them to sort of go down this path of acquisition. And then if we look at what we're looking for from an M&A acquisition point of view, we're looking for accretive revenue or accretive companies that add or build to our group. We look for seasoned entrepreneurs that want to take next step in their growth trajectory with their business. And then there's several other lenses that we look at. Does the game portfolio fit with ours? Can we add value to the group? Is there some audience arbitrage elements that can benefit, as well as tech stack, team culture, etc. So we've been very successful. We've had 3 acquisitions to date in the last 12 to 18 months, and we'll continue to look for potentials going forward.
Okay, great. That's really helpful. Coming to your financials, you have doubled your revenue growth last year and tripled your adjusted EBITDA growth, which is terrific. Should investors expect a similar trend going into the next couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at where we are situated right now, we have 10 games driving the revenue and bottom line, as you've highlighted. Over the last 12 months, it's roughly $94 million in top line revenue at about a 10% adjusted EBITDA margin. We will look to double our game portfolio by the end of this year, and then we have more games in development currently than we've had to date. So we'll have roughly 17 plus games coming into the market in the next 2 years. So we see that as a sort of an early indicator of how much we will be scaling our business, and we see that sort of revenue recognition coming in the late Q3, Q4 of this year, and then building as new games come into the market into 2022. So we're really enthusiastic about our next 12 to 24 months, and we think we're just going to continue to build on strength while also looking at M&A possibilities to round out our group growth.
Okay, wonderful. Darcy, in a recent interview, you had mentioned that building brand visibility would be among a major priority for you going ahead, as investors are yet to discover the opportunity that Leaf provides. Why do you think that is the case, especially since mobile gaming is a very popular and highly discussed industry? Why do you think brand visibility is an issue despite you guys being a major player?
Yeah, I think it's more linked to the capital markets or the public markets that we're currently listed in, which is predominantly Canada. Canada has usually been focused more on, I'll say, the mineral or resource based businesses. I think that's changing. I think tech is starting to play a larger and larger role within the I'll say the financial ecosystem in Canada. Our view is, we came out sort of onto the TSX in February. Have been building upon that with some strong news and financial results. Summer was, I would argue, has been quite quiet in North America, with a lot of the sort of great reopening and people getting out and doing stuff. So we spent this summer sort of building the foundation and building awareness across institutionals as well as additional analyst coverage. We have 3 analysts covering this now, and we'll continue to build throughout the fall when people, I'll say, are back at the desks and looking for potential investments. I think also that the news with our most recent press release this morning highlighting the Office, the NBC Universal partnership to launch the Office game is also going to build awareness for the brand. So we're just going to continue to execute on our plan, and we feel that the fundamentals of the company and the IP and games that we're launching will start to bring further awareness to us as we go forward.
And any plans of listing in the US?
So we're currently listed on the OTC QB right now. We have been investigating, I'll say, different geographies and senior exchanges, but nothing announced to date.
Okay, great. Darcy, that's all I have for today. Is there something else that you would like to highlight that might be interesting to the viewers?
I just would say, stay tuned. We have RuPaul's Drag Race coming out in the fall. The Office as well coming out in late 2021 as well. So please download our games and have a play. I think you'll enjoy them.
Thank you so much for the time and responses. Hopefully we'll talk to you again once you have launched these new games.
Thank you.